see the point in reviewing my statement yet again.
You're the only one who really knows what happened to Jake.
I told you what happened over and over.
Maybe you saw something before you turn your back that could help us find him.
Stop blaming Elizabeth. This is not her fault. It's not Elizabeth's fault that Jake was kidnapped.
Okay, you need to stay out of this.
She doesn't have postpartum depression. She didn't do anything wrong.
Jake is still missing, isn't he?
And what? You're punishing Elizabeth for being the victim of a crime? Wow, that is so fair and compassionate.
He is my son, too.
Please stop fighting. This doesn't help anybody find him. Elizabeth is a great mother, and you know it. She would never do anything negligent or careless.
It looks bad if you don't talk to Lainey.
Bad for who?
But you look guilty if you don't follow procedure.
But I didn't do anything wrong, Lucky. And I'm sick and tired of being treated like a suspect. Like a stranger, and that's how I feel right now. Like I don't even know you.
You've been under a lot of strain.
Having a new baby is stressful.
But I caught you crying. Several times for no reason.
You really believe that I could do something to my child? My sweet little boy that I carried around inside of me for 9 months? Do you really think I could hurt him?
I can't rule anything out.
Put yourself in my shoes for a second. What if you had taken the boys to the park and something happened to Cameron and I blamed you? How would you feel?
I've hurt you. And I don't mean to. I'm just trying to find her son.
I keep running it over and over in my head. Was somebody watching from the trees? Did the kidnapper just casually stroll by? How come I didn't hear anything? How come my baby didn't cry? The house was so empty last night. And I kept going upstairs just praying that Jake would be in his crib. And then this would all just be a really bad dream. How could you think I did this?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Cameron holds the stroller with his left hand. I'm pushing the stroller. I can see both boys. Cameron waves to the elderly couple. Spinelli and Lulu arrive. Spinelli hangs back. I tell him it's okay to hold him. Lulu helps him. Spinelli holds Jake. Then Sam arrives. I want to talk to you about your baby. I feel terrible about Jake and I want to help. I want to help. Well, I appreciate anything you can do, but the police, they came to question me, but I thought maybe if you and I, we would sit down and talk things through, and I would be able to...
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm writing everything down to see what I'm missing. Do you remember what happened after you showed up? Spinelli, I know, was holding Jake and...
Sam. Elizabeth, you never really get over losing a child, you know. You try and just put it into the back, and you try not to think about it, but you always grieve. I know. I remember having this dream I would have it all the time about rocking my little girl to sleep, and she was so beautiful. Oh, it seemed so real. I would look in her eyes, and I would see her eyes, and she would grab my finger. Now that was a good dream. That was a good dream. Those were good days.
I'm really sorry about your little girl, but my son is not dead.
At least you have Cameron. Elizabeth, you have Cameron. You have Lucky. You have Lucky. You can have another baby. You can have a baby. You know, maybe that would make it easier to forget about Jake. I just don't know.
Get out.
Get out. I am trying to help you.
You're
Do you see?
I'm here. Get out of my house.
You lost a child. I lost a child. We're the same now, aren't we?
Hey, where's Lucky? He's at work. Have you eaten? No, I can't think about food right now. What happened to Jake has got to be right in front of me. Maybe you can help me. Maybe you can look at this and tell me what I'm missing. Look, Lucky knows this isn't your fault. He blames himself more than anyone for not being able to find Jake. But I'm Jake's mother. I'm responsible for him. If I'd made different choices from the start, none of this would have happened. Jake would be safe at home.